Okay, so before starting the video, there is one announcement. I have started a membership in this channel wherein I'm going to cover a lot of GK topics, current affair topics. We'll be doing a lot of fun maths, a lot of discussion that would be happening, which will be very much off topic. We'll covering a lot of science topics as well. So if you want to be a part of this group of learners, then you can go click the join button and be a member of this channel. Hello kids and welcome to my channel The Curious Panda. I'm a panda teacher and in this video we are going to solve this year's Set B question paper. The Set B examination was held on 28th of November if I'm not wrong, and there is Set C examination on 12th of December. For students appearing for the examination on 12th of December, I'm running this discount on my book that contains 18 previous year question paper, and if you want to purchase this book, you can scan the QR code over here, or you can go to the description box or print comments and find you can find a link over there, and you can purchase the book at just rupees 59. Generally, I sell this book at rupees 89, but for people who are appearing for the examination for the Set C examination on the 12th of December, you can get this at just rupees 59. Now that we are done with this, let's now jump into solving the question paper. Okay, I hope you are aware of the pattern of the examination, but still, I would just give you a gist of what the pattern is. So, there will be four sections: logical reasoning, mathematical reasoning, everyday mathematics, and achiever section. First three section will have 30 questions, 10 question in each section, and each question will carry 1 mark, right? And the last section, that is achiever section, will have 5 questions. The difficulty level of the question will be a notch higher, and the each question would carry 2 marks there, and that is why there will be 10 marks there as well. So total, this is a 40 marks examination. Also, if you're watching my video for the first time, I would just want to take you through the pattern of this video as well. We are going to solve all 35 questions in this video. I will read out a question, explain the question to you, and then I would run a timer of 3 seconds. This timer is a cue for you to pause the video, solve the question yourself first, and then look at the solution. Take a paper with you, and for each correct answer, give yourself a star, right? And at the end of the video, just let me know how many stars did you get. And I will reply to each and every one of you. This will allow me to understand at what stage of preparation are you in. Right? Let's now straight away get to logical reasoning section and solve question number 1. Find the missing alphabet in the given alphabet pattern. Right? So you see an alphabet pattern, right? So there are some pandas given over here. The alphabet pattern is W, U, S. This is what you need to find out. O, M, K. So there's some pattern that is being followed. You have to find out the pattern and then just find out what this letter would be, right? So pause the video, solve the question first, and then look at the solution. Great. I think easy one. So if you just start from this side, right? So we know A, B, C, D. So if we just go to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, right? So there is a L in between which is missing, but K and then M, right? So this is an alternate kind of a pattern wherein after K, one letter is being missed, and then that is M. After M, there is N. N is missing, and then we have O, right? K, L, M, N, O, right? Then, if that is the case, wherein one letter is being missed between the two, so obviously after O, P will be missed, and then this will be Q, right? So, option number D is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star in the paper, and then we move to question number 2. Which of the following figures is exactly the same as given figure? So the given figure is this one. You have to find out which of the images given here in the options is exactly the same as the one that is given in the main figure in the question, right? So pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. I think easy one. So you can see it is directly this one that is the one that is exactly the same, right? Here the color has been changed. Here you do not see the second the pattern on the second flag as well, and here again the same thing, right? This the pattern over here is not given. So obviously option number A is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. Easy one, of course. If you did get it correct, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 3. Which of the following figures is exactly embedded in the given figure as one of its parts? Right? So, in this figure, this is the main figure in the question. Now, which of the options do you think is exactly embedded? Completely exactly embedded in the given figure, right? So, pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. Easy one. It's option number A. That is the correct answer. So you see this over here. So this one, this is the one that is exactly embedded in the given figure, and that is option number A. You do not see any of this kind of figure that is given over here, right? This one is also like this. If it would have been given something like this, so that was exactly embedded, right? So this is not there. So that is why it is option number A as correct answer. I hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 4. Which of the following is heavier than the car, right? So which of the following images or which of the following vehicle is actually heavier than a car, right? So I'm sure you know this answer. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. Again, easy one. I think obviously a cycle, a manual scooter, or a bike will never be heavier than a car. What would be heavier than a car? A helicopter would be heavier than car, right? So option B is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 5. Find the missing number if a certain rule is being followed either row wise or column wise. So either row wise or column wise, some some rule is being followed. You have to find out what the rule is, and then you have to find out what the answer to this would be. Right? So pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. Easy one can be a little confusing, can also take a lot of time. So I know a few people who have, few students who have spent a lot of time in this question. They have got it correct in eventually, but they've spent a lot of time in this question, right? So if we just look at the option, we look at the pattern that is given over here. I mean, it's a if you add in the row wise, if you add the numbers, right? So 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. So this is 12. 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, again 12, right? So if this sum is 12, this sum is 12, then obviously this sum should be 12. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 4, what should you add to 4 to get 12? You will have to add 8 to 4 to get 12, right? So option number A is your correct answer. That is 8. See, so that is why it is very important for each and every one of you to practice more and more. The kind of depth and breadth of knowledge of practicing such kind of question is very important if you want to ace the examination, and that is why practicing previous year question paper is very, very important. And if you want to do that, again, you can purchase the book, you can go to the description box, or you can check the pinned comments. You'll find a link, and you can purchase the book and get it at just rupees 59, right? Let's now move to question number 6. Which of the following has maximum number of corners, right? So we know what a corner is, right? So if there are two lines, this is a corner, right? So how many corners do you see in each of the option? You have to find out whichever is the highest, that is your answer, right? So pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. If you see this image, right, a circle image, there are no corners, right? There are zero corners here. correct? Let's now go to here. It's a cylindrical shape. It's circular, and then this is a cylindrical kind of a shape, right? And again, there's a circle below. So there are no corners here as well. So this is again 0. There is one corner here, right, at the top. Again, this is circular, so there cannot be any corners here. There is one corner over here. So the answer here is 1. And in a rectangular or a cuboid, in a cuboid, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be one over here, 6. There is 7, and this is 8. So there are 8 corners, right? So which of the following will have maximum corner? It is option number B that will have the maximum number of corners. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 7. If a fox is called a peacock, peacock is called a tiger is called a zebra, and a zebra is called a cow, then dash is a bird, right? So find out what is a bird and then find out what that bird is called, right? Simple. So whenever such kind of question is there, always find what is being asked and then go to the question and see what that is called, and that is your answer, right? So here you have to find out what is a bird and then just find out what it is called, right? Pause the video, solve the question, and then look at the solution. Great. Easy one. What is called a bird? Obviously, peacock is a bird, right? Peacock is a bird. So what is a bird? Peacock is a bird. Peacock is called what? Peacock is called a tiger. So option C is your correct answer. Simple. If you got it correct, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 8. There is a certain relationship between the pairs of figures on either side of double colon, right? So this is a double colon. In either side, there are two images, and there is some kind of relationship between these two images, right? So these two images will have certain relationship. Similarly, these two images should have a similar relationship, right? So whatever you find this out as, correct? Identify the relation between the left pair and find the missing figure, right? So we have to identify what is the relationship over here, and then you have to find out the missing figure out here, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So on the left side, what it is? It is a square, right? Square has how many sides? There are four sides in a square, right? And that is why in this here you see there is there are four squares, or there are four squares in the second pattern, right? Because the side of this square is 4, correct? Similarly, if you see there, this is a pentagon, right? So this has 5 sides. 3, this is 4, this is 5, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 sides, right? So what this would be nothing but smaller pentagons, correct? How many number of pentagons will be there? Because this has 4 sides. There were 4 squares over here. This has 5 sides. So obviously there will be 5 pentagons over here. So option number C is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 9. If cow K and cow L are removed, right? So certain number of cows are given here, and a letter is also given to each and every cow. This is the left side that is given, right? So if cow K and cow L are removed, then in the given arrangement, then cow dash is sixth from the left end. So this is the left end. So from left end, what would be the sixth cow if cows K and L are removed, right? So remove K and L from the picture and then find out which one is the sixth in the from the left side. Pause the video, solve the question first, and then look at the solution. Great. Easy one. So if K and L are removed, right? If K and L are removed, then what would be the cow that is from the sixth from left hand? So this is left hand. Sixth from left hand will be what? So first from left hand is M. Second from left hand is T. Third from left hand is W. Fourth from left hand is J. Fifth from left hand is R. Sixth from left hand is S. So S is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. Now do me a favor, solve this question. If in this pattern, if K and L are removed as per the question, what would be the sixth cow from the right end, right? Find that one out and comment in the or and go to the comment section and let me know the answer, right? So put the answer out there. And if you got this one correct, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 10. That is the last question of logical reasoning section, right? Dash groups of five nests each can be formed from the given nests, right? So you have to create a group of five. And how many such group of five can you create from the image that is given over here is what you need to find out, right? So pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So I think again easy one. So how many groups of five nests, right? So let's start making groups of five, right? So this is two, three, four, five. This is a group of five nests. This is a first group of five nests that can be formed in this one, right? Now this is the second group of five nests, right? So this is another group of five nests that can be formed. And then these remaining, these are again a group of five nests, correct? So how many group of five nests can be formed? This is one, this is two, this is three. So there are three groups of five nests each that can be formed, right? So option number A is your correct answer. If you got this one correct, give yourself a star. And now we move to the next section, that is mathematical reasoning, right? Question number 11. If the given clock is 10 minutes slow, then the correct time is dash, right? So clock is 10 minutes slow now, right? So what should be the correct time right now? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. If the clock is 10 minutes slow at this point of time, so what it should have been? It should have been 10 minutes higher, right? Because it has already gotten 10 minutes slow, so actual time would have been 10 minutes higher, right? So that means the actual time is nothing but 7:30, right? 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? So 10 minutes more, 10 minutes higher would be 7:30. So what is 7:30 called? It is half past 7, right? It is half. Half is what? Uh, 30 minutes, right? So 60, half of 60 minutes is 30 minutes. So 7:30 is your correct answer. It is half past 7 is your correct answer. Option number C, right? So hopefully you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 12. Which of the following does not belong to the given collection of numbers, right? So you see some collection of numbers that are given over here, and there are some number in options. If you go, you see the same some numbers have been written, and which is written in the word form. You have to find out from the word form what those numbers are, and just check whether that number is there in the computer screen or not, right? So you have to go from the options here. So find out what these numbers are, right? What these numbers are, and just check. So you have to find these four numbers and just check in the computer screen whether these numbers are present or not. Whichsoever is not present will be your correct answer. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great, easy one. So 431 is what? 431, right? So 431 is present, right? So this cannot be your answer. Then is 534. So what is 534 is 534. Is 534 present? No, only 532 is present. Or 434 is present, but 534 is not present. So option B is your correct answer. Option number C, 436. 436. Is this present? Yes, this is present. 432. So 432. Is this present? Yes, it is present. So what is not in the given collection? That is 534. Option number B. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 13. Which of the following thermometers shows the least temperature, right? So find out what temperature in the given options, what is the other temperature that are being shown, and then find out which of them is the lowest, right? Alternatively, what you can do is, because these are all at the same scale, right, from 0 to 40 degrees centigrade, you have to just find out whichever is lower in the mark. That is an alternate way to find as well, and is a quicker way as well. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. If you look at just the alternate way, right? If you just do so this seems to be the lowest. If I just do a straight line, right? If I just do a straight line, I'm so sorry. I'm not very good with drawings. This would not look straight. But if you do a straight line, I mean, this option number D looks to be the lowest. So obviously that is the correct answer. That looks to be the least. But if you want to find out what the temperatures are, if you look at option number A, it is nothing but 30, 31, and 32. So this is 32 degree centigrade. Option number B, it is what? This is 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So this is 14 degrees centigrade. Here it is what? This is 20 degrees centigrade, and this is 10 degrees centigrade. So which is lowest? Option D is the lowest. So option D is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 14. If the number of slanting lines in the given figure is dash, so a figure is given, you just have to find out how many slanting lines are there over here, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. What is a slanting line? A slanting line is this, right? This is a straight line, right? This is a vertical line, this is a horizontal line, and this is a slanting line. So how many slanting lines do you see? Let's find out, right? So this is one, this is two, this is three. So there are three slanting lines over here. Then this is four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there are how many? There are 13, option B, 13 slanting lines in this given figure. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 15. All the questions that has come, most of the questions have been easy, and most of the questions have been such that you would not take a lot of time to solve. It will be some seconds to be solved. So we are running really fast with the questions, right? Arrange the following objects from the lightest to heaviest means lowest weight comes first, then the second lowest, and then the highest, right? That is how you find out the lightest to heaviest and select the correct option. Go to the comment section and let me know, lightest to heaviest, is it ascending or descending, right? Go to the comment section and let me know what it is, right? I will reply to each and every one of you. Great. So what we see over here is bottle, because the tilt is towards the bottle. We now know is bottle is heavier than cap, and here we know bag, the school bag is heavier than bottle, right? So we know this one, and from this, then you have to find out what is the lightest and what is the heaviest and what is the second lightest, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So what we know the bottle. Bottle is, this is a bottle. Bottle is heavier than cap. So we know that, what we know is that cap is lighter, right? Cap is lighter than the bottle. Correct? Again, I'm pretty bad at this. Looks like a candle. I'm pretty bad with drawing, so really excuse me for that. What we also know is that the school bag is heavier than the bottle. So if school bag is heavier than the bottle, so this is lighter. So obviously this the school bag comes over here, right? So this is your correct answer. Cap, bottle, and school bag, right? So cap, bottle, school bag. Cap is the lightest. you can see over here, cap is the lightest. So the bottle is heavier than the cap, the bag is heavier than the bottle, is what we see as a conclusion from these two images, right? So option B is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 16. Right. So compare and fill the box using greater than, less than, or equal to sign. Again, in many previous videos, I have given you, or I've explained you how do we look at greater than and left less than sign. I hope you would have watched those videos and you are aware of how we find which is greater than, which is left less than, from on which side the both the peaks would be. We already know that, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So if you see this, right, let's find out what the numbers are. 457, 457 plus 3 tens and 8 ones is what? 38, right? It's tens and ones, right? There is no hundreds over here. Let's do the addition. This is 7 plus 8 is 15. 1 carries over. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 495. So this becomes 495. Now this one. Here it is what? 987. 987 is written in this. 900s, 8 tens, 7 ones. Correct? This is 500 3 tens. So this is 530, right? So 500 3 tens and 0 ones, right? So like if we do the subtraction over here, 7 minus 0 is 7, 8 minus 3 is 5, 9 minus 5 is 4. This is 457. Correct? So which is greater? This one, 495 is greater. So this, wherever there is a greater number, two peaks would always be pointing at that side, right? Two of the corners, two of the lines would be pointing towards that side, and that is why 495 is the greater number. Option number A is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 17. The sum of the greatest and the smallest numbers on the given gift boxes is dash, right? So, first of all, what you have to find out is which one of these is the smallest number. So, you have to find out what is the smallest number among these four. You have to find out what is the greatest number among these four, and then you just need to add these two, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So, what is the smallest number in these four boxes, right? The smallest is nothing but 178. What is the greatest number here? The greatest number here is 414, right? So what it is saying, the sum of the greatest and smallest. So sum is what? 414 plus 178. If you do the addition, 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 carries over. 7 plus 1 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 4 plus 1 is 5. So this is 592. Option number D is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 18. If the cost of a box of chocolates is given, right? So the cost is given what? The cost here is rupees 55. So then find the cost of three such boxes of chocolates, right? So cost of one box is given. If there are three such boxes, what would that be cost be? And then from the option, you just have to find out which of the option is actually showing that much amount of money, right? So first find out how much such boxes would cost, then find out which of the option is actually showing that much of money, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great, easy one again. So, cost of box is rupees 55. Three boxes would cost how much? It is 55 plus 55 plus 55. I don't know if you are aware of multiplication right now, or uh, if you are aware, class 2, generally in class 2, you don't learn multiplication, but in some schools, they do teach multiplication, right? So 55 multiplied by 3 is also the same answer, right? So let's do the addition over here. If you do the addition, I'm not doing it currently, but if you do the addition, this is nothing but 165, right? So this is 165. The cost would be rupees 165. Let's now find out which of the options actually show that much amount of money, that is 165. So the first option, right? 100 plus 50 plus 10 plus 5 is how much? 100 plus 50 is 150, 150 plus 10 is 160, 165. So option number A is directly your correct answer. The other options, if you see, this is what? This is 50 plus 20 plus 20. If you do the addition, 50 plus 20 is 70, 70 plus 20 is 90. So I'm doing the addition fast. I'm hoping in class 2 you are very well aware of how addition, you are very much equipped and also very comfortable doing addition, so that is why I'm just doing it a little faster. But I'm sure if you want to do it, you would have, while solving, you would have solved it completely end to end, right? Option number C is 100 plus. So this is 100 plus 20 plus 10. If you do this, this becomes 130, right? 100 plus 20 is 120, 100 plus 20 is 130. And option number D, it is 100 plus 20 plus 10 plus 5. This is 135. Correct? So option number A is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 19. So 19 and 20 are pictograph questions. So the given pictograph shows the number of decorative trees sold on different days of a week. Right? Study the given pictograph carefully and answer the questions. So you see a pictograph. So now what it is given? So there are some days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on each day, how many trees were sold? Now, don't count this as one tree, two tree, three tree, four tree, five, six, seven. Don't count this as seven trees. One image of a tree represents how much? It represents 10 trees, right? So this is not giving you as one tree. This is 10 trees. So this is 10. This is another 10. This is another 10, another 10, another 10, another 10, and another 10. Now, if you do the addition, all of it, you will find out how many trees were sold, right? So first solve the table. Once you've solved the table, two questions, that is number 19 and number 20, will be done very instantly, right? So pause the video, solve how many trees, find out how many trees were sold on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then look at the question and try answering those, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. On Monday, how many trees were sold? So on Monday, as I've written over here, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 is 30, plus 10 is 40, plus 10 is 50, plus 10 is 60, plus 10 is 70. So 70 trees were sold on Monday. So on Tuesday, again 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 is 30, plus 10 is 40. 40 trees were sold on Tuesday. On Wednesday, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 is 30, plus 10 is 40, plus 10 is 50. 50 trees were sold. On Thursday, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 is 30, plus 10 is 40, plus 10 is 50, plus 10 is 60, plus 10 is 70, plus 10 is 80. 80. Again, I'm again hoping that you already know multiplication. If you know multiplication, you're just multiplying the number with 10, and that is very easy to do. But again, in some schools, multiplication has not yet been taught. Uh, it's either taught later this year or taught next year, that is in class 3. So that is why I'm doing it in the addition way, right? Fridays, again, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 is 30. So this is 30, right? On which day was the minimum number of trees sold? What is minimum? Minimum means lowest, right? And on which day it was sold? So out of 70, 40, 50, 80, 30, which is lowest? What is lowest? 30 is lowest, right? So if 30 is lowest, which was on which day the minimum number of trees was sold? It was Friday. Option number B is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And we now move to question number 20. Sorry, this will be 20. How many trees were sold on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday altogether? We have already found that out. So on Monday, so what did it ask? It said Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? So on Monday, how many? It said Monday. I'm so sorry. Monday, Wednesday, Wednesday. So Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? So, how many trees were sold on Monday? It was 70 trees. How many were sold on Wednesday? It was 50 trees. How many on Thursday? This was 80 trees, right? So 70 plus 50. If you do, you will get 120, right? 120 plus 80 is nothing but 200, right? So 200 should be your correct answer. That is option number D, right? Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to the next section, that is everyday mathematics. It's my favorite section because this gives you a lot of practical questions, obviously easy ones, but very practical questions. So let's now solve question number 21. Rashi has 25 chocolates. She puts the chocolates into five packets equally, right? How many chocolates will be there in each packet, right? So there are 25 chocolates, right? So there are 25 chocolates, and then Rashi is going to uh, put the chocolates in five different bags that are given over here, right? So one, two, three, four, five. So how many will go in each bag, right? So very easy. You have to divide 25 into five equal parts, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. If you do this, I mean, if you know multiplication, again, if you know multiplication table, it's nothing but you have to find out what is multiplied to 5 to get 25, right? So we know 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 20, 5 fives are 25, right? So if you know the multiplication table, you know 5 fives are 25, so 5 is your correct answer. If you don't know the multiplication table, what you will have to do is you will have to first draw 25 chocolates, right? Say this is 25 chocolates. So these are, let's say these are chocolates, correct? So you will have to draw 25 chocolates in your paper and then make groups of five, right? So let's say one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Then this is eight. Then we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. These are chocolates, by the way, right? So what I'm trying to do is something like this, right? This is how a chocolate looks, right? So I'm trying to do something like this. I hope I'm not, I mean, I know I'm doing very badly. The drawing is not that good, but yeah, you'll have to manage with this bad drawing because I'm not good at it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, right? So if there are 25 chocolates over here, how many groups of 5 chocolates you can create? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1. Then this is 2, right? This is 2. This is all 2 together. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. So there are 5 such groups. So 5 such groups or 5 such packets can be formed. So option number B is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 22. Aman bought two juice packs as shown. What is the total capacity of both the packs? Again, what is the total? Total means what? Sum, right? So if there are two juice packs, One is 350 ml, one is 600 ml. Then what would be total? Total will be what? Sum of all of it, right? So you just have to do the sum. You just do the addition over here and find out the answer. Pause the video, do it first, and then look at the solution. I think very easy. If you do a 600 plus 350 ml, I mean, this is 600 ml plus 350 ml. So if you do 600 ml plus 350 ml, you will get 950 ml, which is option number A. I hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 23. Arun has six identical square shaped cardboard, right? So Arun has six square shaped. Okay. Which of the following solids can he make? Oh, I did not even need to draw these ones, right? So if there are six squares and six square, right? Using six square, what you can make, right? So pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Right. I did not spend a lot of time in this one. Using six squares, right? What is a cylinder? Cylinder looks something like this, right? Which is more circular in nature, right? So this is rectangular, one rectangular face, but these two are solid. These are two are circular faces, right? So we have six identical square shaped. So cylinder cannot be the answer. Sphere is completely spherical. So with squares, you cannot create a sphere. So this is not possible. Cube is done like this with six square shaped cuttings, right? So here it is square shaped, right? What will be cone? Cone will be something like this, right? This is rectangular and this is circular, right? So cone cannot be the answer. So obviously cube is your correct answer. You didn't need not even need to draw this one. If you know that cube is drawn through six square shaped cardboard cuttings or six square shaped faces, that is how you can just in within seconds you can be solving this question, right? Let's now move to question number 24. If you got this one correct, give yourself a star. Question number 24 asks, Lavanya left her office at the time shown in the clock, right? So first find out what is the time shown in the clock, right? So this is first that you need to find. She waited 15 minutes for the bus and reached home after 1 hour of bus journey. At what time did she reach home, right? So first you have to find out left, at what time she left or what time she started. What is that? That is this. This is what you need to first find out. After that, what you need to do, what she did, what when did she get the bus, right? Got the bus after. So if when you find out this, after 15 minutes, you have to. So you have to add 15 minutes to that, right? So then you get something here. Then she reached home, right? Reaches home. So when she reaches home, first you have to find this one out. With this, you will find out plus 1 hour, right? So once you've done this, you get your answer. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So at what time she leaves office? If you just look at the watch, it is 5:30 hours, right? This is 5:30 hours, correct? She waited 15 minutes for the bus. So for how much minutes she waited? She waited 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, that is from 5:30 to, if you add 15 minutes, how much would it be? It is like 5:45. So till 5:45 she waited for the bus and then she boarded the bus. Then she took 1 hour to reach home. So 1 hour means what? So it will be nothing but plus 1 hour will be what? It will be 6:45. Now find out from the option what is 6:45. Quarter to 7 is what? It is actually 6:45, right? So option number A is your correct answer. Don't confuse it with quarter past 7. Quarter past 7 is 7:15. Something to 7, right, is like it is yet to happen. So that is 6:45. So quarter to 7 means 15 minutes to 7, right? I mean, after 15 minutes, it will be 7 is what it is saying. So quarter to 7 is the correct answer. Quarter past 7 means 15 minutes past 7 means 7:15, right? So 15 minutes have already been passed, right? So 7:15 is the will be option number B. So our correct answer is 6:45, which is option number A. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 25. During a school annual function, there are 325 people sitting in an auditorium, out of which 190 are adults and the rest are children. Find the number of children sitting in the auditorium. So there are 325 people, 190 of them are adults. Rest are what? Rest are children. So what you need to do over here? You need to do a subtraction, right? So 325, there are so for example, there are 10 chocolates, out of which 5 are Cadbury and rest are others. So how much are others? It is nothing but 10 minus 5, right? So similar, you just need to do a subtraction. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. I hope you would have got this one correct. It is nothing but 325 minus 190. You have to do this operation, right? So if you do this one, this is 5. This will become 3. This is 135. Option number D is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 26. Rashmi cut a 50 centimeter long ribbon into two parts, right? So was a 50 centimeter long ribbon, and this was cut into two parts, right? Into two parts. If length of one is 18 centimeter, then what is the length of the other part, right? Again, a subtraction. So a ribbon is there. She cut it into two parts. One is 18 centimeter, right? So this is 18 centimeter. What would be the rest? Obviously, subtraction. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So if this part is 18, and if this total is 50, if this total is 50 and till here it is 18, then what is this? This is nothing but 50 minus 18, right? And what is 50 minus 18? It is 32 centimeter. I hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 27. Monica formed a three-digit number by using the digits. This is the digits given on the caps. Find the number formed by her, right? So all digits have to be used once, and she has to perform. Monica formed the greatest three-digit number possible, right? So how would you do greatest three-digit number? You have to put the highest number in the hundreds place, then the second highest number in the tens place, the third highest in the ones place, right? Simple. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. Easy one. Monica formed a three-digit number by using the digits 3, 0, and 1. Now, if she wants to make greatest, what she have to do? She will have to put the greatest number in the hundreds place. So this is 3. Then the second greatest is 1. So this is 1. And the third is this. So option C is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 28. Nakul went to a mall for shopping with rupees 800. He bought a t-shirt that cost rupees 350 and a wallet that cost rupees 280. How much money is left with him after shopping? Right? So Nakul goes to a mall. He has 800 rupees with him. So how much he has? He has rupees 800. Correct? Now he buys a t-shirt which is costing him rupees 350, and then he is buying another wallet which costs him rupees 280. So in total, how much does he spend? Obviously, it is addition, right? So you have to add 350 and 280 to find out what is the total amount of money that was spent. Then how much is left? How much money is left with him after shopping? How much is left? It is 800 minus this total, right? So he had 800 rupees. He spent 350 to 80. What is left? First find out how much he spent in total, and then just do a subtraction. Very easy, right? Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. I think easy one. So this is rupees 350 plus rupees 280. If you do the addition, you will get as rupees 630, right? Let's just do it. 0 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 5 is 13, 1 carries over, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6, so 630. If you do subtract, what is left? Left is what? 800 minus rupees 630. So if you do this subtraction, right, you will get 170 as your answer. Option number A is your correct answer. Hopefully you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 29. The number of fish in a pond is more than 340 but less than 600. Also, it has 6 in the tens place. Which of the following can be the number of fish in the pond, right? So number of fish in the pond is more than 350, less than 600. So we know it's a three-digit number, right? If it is more than 340, less than 600, then it is obviously between these two numbers, right? Also, it has 6 in the tens place. So whichever place is tens, right? First find out that out and put a 6 there. So we know that will be. So this is the 100 place, this is the 10 place, this is the ones place. So 6 is over here, right? So it says also it has 6 in the tens place. Which of the following can be the number of fish in the pond, right? So which of the option can be an answer? Be careful that it is between 340 and 600, cannot be less than 340, cannot be more than 600, and it has to have a 6 in the tens place. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. Easy one. So hundreds, tens, and ones place, right? So in tens place, there is six placed, correct? Now, let's look at the option. So first, we know that the number of fish cannot be less than 340. 328 is less than 340, so cannot be the answer. It cannot be more than 600, right? So 846 cannot be the answer because it is more than 600. Then we know that 6 is in the tens place in option B and option D, which has 6 in the tens place. It is option number D that has 6 in the tens place. Here, 6 is in the ones place, right? So, option B cannot be the answer as well. So, option number D is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 30. On Monday, the temperature of a certain place was 15 degrees centigrade, which gets decreased by 3 degrees centigrade on every next day. What is the temperature on the same place on Wednesday, right? Well, easy one. I think just need to find out if on Monday it was 15 degrees centigrade, what would be the temperature on Tuesday, and then what would be the temperature on Wednesday is what needs to be found out. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So on Monday, right? On Monday, it was 15 degrees centigrade, right? What would be the temperature on Tuesday? It is nothing but 15 minus 3, right? Equals to 12 degrees centigrade. What would be the temperature on Wednesday? So again, it will fall 3 degree from here. 12 minus 3 equals to 9 degrees centigrade. Option number D is your correct answer. So every next day, it falls by 3 degree, right? So if today, if on Monday it was 15, it fell by 3 degree to 12 degree on Tuesday. It again fell by 3 degree on Wednesday from Tuesday, right? So that is why 9 degrees centigrade is your correct answer. With this, we complete everyday mathematics section as well. And now we will have to move to achievers section. Each question in this section carries 2 marks, and that is why it is a very, very important section, right? So let's start solving with question number 31. If notebook plus notebook plus to backpack is rupees 250. Then book plus notebook plus backpack is rupees 300, and a book plus notebook plus bag is rupees 225. Then find the cost of this, right? So you have to find the cost of this, right? So what we know the cost of the book, right? Plus the bag, the school bag is rupees 225, right? So you this can be replaced here, right? This data. If this can be replaced, you can find out what the price of notebook would be. Now, if you know what the price of notebook would be, then you can just find out what the price of the school bag would be. From there, you can find out what the price of book would be, right? And then it will be easier to find this one, right? So try this one. It is obviously a little difficult and it will take some time, of course, but pause the video, solve it yourself first, and then look at the solution. Don't just, without trying, don't just look at the solution, right? So pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So let's say book plus notebook, I'll just write NB, and school bag is SB, is rupees 300, we know. Correct? Right? Okay. Now we know book plus school bag. That is book plus school bag is rupees 225. We know that, right? So this is rupees 225 plus notebook is rupees 300. What should be added here that this becomes rupees 300? What should be added? So it would rupees 75 needs to be added. So notebook now becomes rupees 75. So we now know this value is rupees 75. Correct? Right? So we know book plus. So how did we do it? Book plus notebook plus bag is rupees 300 given. Correct? This equation. Then we know what? We know that book plus school bag. That is book plus school bag is rupees 225. So from there we can find out the price of notebook, right? If this 2 is 225, what should be added to 225 that this becomes 300? Obviously 75. So this is 75 rupees. Correct? Easy. Now if this is 75, right? Then we can find out this. If this 2 is 75, so we now know that 75 plus 75 plus school bag is equals to 350. 75 plus 75 is how much? It is 150 plus school bag is 350, right? So what do you add to 150 to get 350? What do you add? So you'll have to add 200. So this becomes 200 now. So two school bags would cost how much? Two school bags should cost how much? It should cost 200. So one school bag will be 100 rupees. है ना? Correct? Easy. So this is 75. This is 75. So this two uh, makes it 150. If this is 150 and all of it is 300, right? This is 150 plus two school bags. So only two school bags would cost 200. If that is the case, then one school bag will cost rupees 100, right? So this becomes rupees 100, right? So now we know that notebook cost is 75, this is 100. If this is 100, what would the price of book? So book plus school bag is rupees 225. If school bag is 100, if this is 100, what should be added here to get 225? It is 125, right? This is 125. So this is 125 plus 100 is 225, right? So this is 125. So now we know book price is 125. So what the cost of this is? So book is 125. This book is 125, correct? And this is 100. Now if I do an addition of 125 plus 125 plus 100, right? If I do this addition, this becomes 10. 1 carries over. 2 plus 4, this is 1. This is 5. This is 3. Rupees 350. So option number D is your correct answer. I know this can be confusing. This can take some time, but you need to do this by yourself again and again. Practice more and more. Only then you will be able to solve this kind of question in examination in the limited time period, right? Because time is also a constraint out there. And if you have not practiced these kind of questions before and this question carries 2 marks, right? You will not be able to solve it there. So practicing is very, very, very important, right? But all in all, I think I was able to explain you how this was done. If you were not able to understand, if you're still not able to understand, just relook at the question again and try to solve it, and then you will be able to understand, right? Let's go to question number 32. Again, if you got that one Correct. Give yourself a star and let me know if you got 31 correct. I mean, 31 is where many people have gone wrong. So let me know if you have got that correct. Just go to the section and I will reply to each and every one of you. Question number 32. Read the given statements carefully and state T for true and F for false. The expanded form of largest three-digit even number is 900 plus 90 plus 9. So first find out what is the largest three-digit even number. Then what the expanded form would be, and then see whether it is true or false. The place value of digit 7 in 975 is 700. Whether this is true or false. Find out the numbers 259, 371, 385, 433 are arranged in ascending order. Again, find out true or false and then look at the option. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the options. Great. I think easy one. I mean, is with respect to the kind of questions you get in Achiever section, this is an easy one. So the expanded form of largest three-digit even number. Largest three-digit even number is what? So it say this is three-digit number, right? Largest three-digit even number what? So we'll always put the largest number possible here, right? So largest number possible here is 9. Here also it will be 9. Here, if I put 9, right, will it be even? No, it will not be even, right? It will become an odd number, right? 999 is an odd number. So to make it even, what you'll have to do, you'll have to do the next, the highest possible even number that you can put, which is nothing but 8, right? So largest three digit even number is 998, which is 900 plus 90 plus 8, not 9. So this is false, correct? So this is false, right? So now we now know B and C cannot be the answer. Correct. The place value of digit 7, place value of digit 7 in 975 is 700s. Is it true? Is it 700s? No, it is 7 tens, right? 7 is in tens place. So it's 7 tens, not 700s. So this again is false. So option D also cannot be the answer. Option A is the correct answer. Point number C, can check that as well. The numbers 259, 371, 385, 433 are arranged in ascending order. What is ascending order? Ascending order is smallest to largest. Descending order is largest to smallest. So is the are the numbers uh, sorted, or are the numbers arranged in a way wherein the lowest number comes first and the highest number comes at last, and it is growing, or it is an ascending order? It's true, right? To 259, then comes 371, which is the next highest number, then comes 385, which is again the next highest number, and then comes 433, which is the next highest number. So option A is the correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 33. Observe the given abacuses carefully and answer the following questions. Right? First of all, find out what are the numbers that you see in the abacus. Correct? The difference between the numbers shown on both the abacuses is dash. So first find out what is the numbers, and then you have to just find out the difference of it. Right? Easy, very easy. Right? Point number Q. If we interchange the number of beads at tens place and hundreds place on abacus X, so this is X. Here, what you have to do is in the tens and hundreds, you have to exchange the number of bits, right? The numbers of bits. So you have some bits over here. This would go this side, and this will come this side. Then the sum of the new number formed. So what would be the new number formed? First find that out. And original number shown on abacus X is dash, right? So original number that is of X that was there, and after exchange what the number will be, you have to find that both out and just do a summation. Easy one, very, very easy one. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So if you look at this abacus X, so what is the number that you see? So in hundreds place, what is there? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, right? This is 7. Tens is 1, 2, right? And ones is 3. So this is nothing but 723. Correct? What is why is 123? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This is 6, correct? This is 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So 300, 6 tens, 4 ones is what? 364. So this number is nothing but 364. Now P is asking what? What is the difference between the number? So we just have to do a subtraction. 723 minus 364. If I do this subtraction, 3 minus 4, obviously you will not be able to do it. You cut this up. 13 minus 4 is 9, right? This is 1, this becomes 5, and this becomes 3. So 359, right? So option B, option C is cut out. The option is either A or D. If we interchange the number of beads at tens place and hundreds place on abacus X, so in abacus X, if this number, right? This number goes this side and this comes here, right? So if in hundreds place, if there are only two bits, so this becomes, so we know this is 100 tens and ones. This is 100 tens, ones. In 100 now we have two bits. In tens now we have 7 bits, and here is 3, right? So hundreds place and tens place the numbers are exchanged, right? Then what is the summation of new number? That is 273 with the old number, that is 723. So nothing but 723 plus 273, right? If I do this summation, I'll get the correct right answer. 3 plus 3 is 6, 7 plus 2 is 9, 7 plus 2 is 9, it is 996. Option number D is your correct answer, right? Hopefully you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 34. Fill in the blanks and select the correct option. A rectangle has dash vertices and dash sides, right? So how does a rectangle look? First of all, draw that and then find out how many vertices are there and how many sides are there, right? The number of corners in this is dash, correct? You have to find out how many corners are there over here, right? Dash can be traced using this, correct? So, with what can be traced for to get a cuboid, right? So, pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So, what is a rectangle? A rectangle looks something like this, right? Now, what's it's asking? What are the number of vertices you see? What are vertices? Vertices are nothing but these, right? These are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are 4 vertices. How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 sides, correct? So this is 4 vertices, 4. So these two can be ruled out right now, correct? So it is 4 comma 4. Okay. Next, the number of corners in a hexagon. So how many corners are there? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this becomes 6. If this is 6, this cannot be the answer. Option D is the correct answer. Now, dash can be traced using this. So this is a cuboid. It is cube. So this will be a square, right? So these two options anyway showed square. So option number D is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. If you didn't, give yourself a star. Now we move to question number 35. Question number 35 says Ashish went to visit a museum from his home. So he goes to museum, right, from his home. So here is home. Now home through route 1, right, and came back from route 2. Two routes are given as follows. So there are two routes. So Ashish goes route 1. So what is route 1? This from home to sports club. So this is first from sports club to temple. So this is the one, and from temple to museum. Correct. So this is some distance. Then while returning, the route 2 is from museum to shopping complex and from shopping complex to home. Correct. So he takes this distance. So this is how he travels. What we have to find out, how much more distance did he travel by using route 2 than route 1? Very simple. So first you have to find out what is the distance that was traveled in route 1. That is when goes from his home to museum. What is the distance he travels when he returns back? That is from museum to Ashish home, right? To home. What is the distance he's traveling? And that's that. Then just do the subtraction, right? Very simple. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great, easy one. So if it takes route one, right? Route one is from Ashish home to sports club. Is how much? It is 4 kilometer plus. From sports club to temple is how much? 2 kilometers. From temple to museum is how much? 4 kilometers, right? So total, how much distance is traveling? He's traveling 10 kilometers. Correct? Okay, so this is route 1, correct? So this is 4 kilometers plus 2 kilometers plus 4 kilometers, that is 10 kilometers. Then he takes route 2. Route 2 is what? Route 2 is he comes back from museum to shopping complex, from shopping complex to Ashish home. Now from museum to shopping complex is how much? 8 kilometer. From shopping complex to Ashish home is how much? It is 7 kilometer. So total of 15 kilometers, correct? So how much more distance did he travel? It is nothing but 15 minus 10 is equals to 5 kilometer, right? Option C is your correct answer. When he is taking the difference between the distances are 5 kilometer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And with this, we complete the question paper. I hope you tried answering the question before looking at the solution. And if you did that, please go to the comment section and let me know how many stars did you get at the end. And if you want to purchase the previous 18-year question paper, I'm currently running it under a discount, and you will be getting that. You can get that at rupees 59 only. You can either scan the QR code given over here, or you can go to the description box or pinned comments, and you'll find a link over there. You can click the link and purchase the book. I hope you have liked the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, thank you.